Hi everybody. Whoa. I have a book review for you. This is a book that is full of little stories. It's called The Interpreter of Maladies, and it's a Pulitzer Prize winning book, and it's by an author, her, whose name I cannot pronounce. I apologize. But that's her name right there. And she is a very good writer, as the sticker points out. She also has written a book called The Namesake. And The Interpreter of Maladies is all about Indian families, Indian people, their culture, and I like this book. Short little stories, so I'm not exactly sure how many are in here. Let me just check for you. It shows that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. A temporary matter. I like this book a lot. I'm sorry, I was just looking back. And when Mr. Pirzada came to dine, The Interpreter of Maladies, which the book was titled after, A Real Derwan, sexy, Mr. Sen's This Blessed House, The Treatment of Bibi Haldar, and The Third and Final Continent. The ones that stick out to me the most in this book, there was a story about a couple, an Indian couple, a young couple, and they're sort of falling apart from each other. That was an interesting book. There was a story about a woman in India. I don't remember where it was, but she was poor. She lived outside, and the town sort of took care of her. It's a really bad description, but that story stood out to me. There was a story about a man who gave tours, and he gave a tour to this Indian family, and the dynamics between the husband, the wife, and the children. So, again, for me, being a white American, born, bred, and raised in New England, I mean, we have a lot of Indian families around. I have Indian friends, Indian coworkers, that whole thing. I don't always feel comfortable asking questions. I'm like, so is all your food spicy? Is it not? You know, I feel like awkward, like I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm the kind of person who really likes to learn things. So for me, this book was kind of a cultural experience as well as great stories, because it talked about sort of, not rules, but like cultural expectations or things, stuff like that. I don't know how to explain it without offending anyone. I don't like to offend people if I can help it. So, I'm going to read the back of the book to you. It says, winner of the 2000 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, this stunning debut collection unerringly charts the emotional journey of characters seeking love beyond the barriers of nations and generations. A writer of uncommon sensitivity and restraint, Miss Lahiri expertly captures the out-of-context lives of immigrants, expatriates, and first-generation Americans, says the Wall Street Journal. In stories that travel from India to America and back again, Lahiri speaks with universal eloquence to everyone who has ever felt like a foreigner. Honored as Debut of the Year by the New Yorker and winner of the Penn/Hemingway Award, Interpreter of Maladies introduces a young writer of astonishing maturity and insight who breathes unpredictable life into the page, says the New York Times. Miss Lahiri, she's gorgeous, by the way. Look at her. Oh my goodness. She was born in 1967. She was born in London, England, and she was raised in Rhode Island. So she's got a little bit of a cultural experience in her life going on there. I just enjoyed the book. I mean, look at, it's quite thin. So it doesn't take more than a day or two, or night or two, if you're like me and you read before bed, to read this book, but it is one that I would recommend reading if you like to read and you're an avid reader like myself. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya.